Well, that was an accident. Whatever. I'm here now. Everything works. Alright. Cool. Things work. Awesome. This guy's finally here. Okay. This is, yep. Alright, cool. we don't need a proper intro for this, but whatever. What is this, like the third Sonic beat Tim stream I've done? Yup. One in a row, actually. Whatever. Yo, this menu. I don't think you can read my mouse. What am I doing? Stop. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm messing everything up. I'm messing everything up. Dear Lord. Oh no, you can. Alright. Yeah, this bottom menu got an update. Neat. Alright. Cool. I'm level 66. Let's go! We finally have more room. I can actually do stuff in the game again. Inventory should cost skill points. There should be skill points used for inventory. Where is he? There he is. Alright. You know what? It seems fitting. It seems fitting. Alright. So we got you. Oh, I gotta do it again? I have to do it again? No. I have to do it again? I already have him. I don't want to do it again. Do I really have to do? Oh my god. Watch out. I already have him. I already have him. Hologram Metal Sonic has a code to deactivate one of the locks. I still need you to clear out the distractions. I already have him. I don't want to do this whole quest again. Oh. Sonic, go away. But these are adventures. Oh. I can actually do these adventures now. Buy eggs. Hell yeah. I can do stuff now. This is great! Alright. So. This was the last update. Oh hey, the time travel is different. Actually makes them better. Neat. Yeah, the last one had a gold Sonic. This one right here. The reason I didn't stream it is because of that. That takes a while. So I'll do that on my own. But anyway, since everything we need to do is in Lost Valley, let's just go to Lost Valley. I was really hoping I didn't have to unlock Hologram Metal Sonic again. But you know what? That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Hello. Nope, I don't want to be here. Once you have unlocked Hologram Metal Sonic and Android Sonic previous events, go see route to the base of the pyramid. I don't want to unlock Hologram Metal Sonic. I already have him. Too much. Shadow! Really Shadow. Save Shadow the Hedgehog. Alright. Oh. I know what I must do. this is gonna be a pain. Where do I even find these stupid tablets? All of this in... Yeah. Oh. Okay. I gotta find these stupid things. I think I'm multitasking. What am I doing? What's this? No, go away! Okay, where do I get things? How do I do things? Okay, I have... Yay! This is fun, amazing, great. Exactly what I wanted to do. Unlock a character I already have. Great. Yep. Oh, there's shadow tablets. Makes sense. I don't know what I expected, honestly. I'll look around. Oh. And metal stuff ones too. Okay. Cool. way longer than it. Okay, what the hell was I doing? I just completely forgot everything. I don't know what I'm doing. Help. Okay. What? Huh? I'm sorry? Hologram Metal Sonic has a code to deactivate one of the locks. I still need you to clear up your distraction. What? When? When did I do... you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Yep, I'll take it. It means I don't have to collect what is it, 1,500? Frickin' Chaos Emerald shards? I'll take it. Yeah, I still collect them. What is it? Now we're just good. Whatever. What else do I need? What else do I need? Too many things. Too many things, that's right. Ah! Literally, can't. Yep, alright. Okay. I run into a crate. I need to destroy things. Oh my god! Fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm not gonna go crazy today. Not today. We're gonna be normal. We're gonna be sane. That's something right here. We're gonna be sane today. Where is everything? I don't know where these things are, and I'm gonna slowly lose my mind. It'll be worth it. You can finally have Shadow. Okay. And then everything is worthwhile. Well, that's 400. I'm taking down 43. I wish this place had more enemies. That'd be fun. That'd be great. That'd be amazing. Like, enemies everywhere you look. No, that'd be too easy. Way too easy. What did I destroy? Everything must go. That's it. Go. Sonic. You mean the let me not lose tornado. You're gonna stay flying on the tornado. You don't? Well. That went well. That went, yep, that went well. There's gotta be a faster way to do this. There's gotta be a faster way to do this, right? Right? It's not copium or anything, there's gotta be a faster way. Right? 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 I have no idea. Take forever. Now realize what the months at the end of the day. Why? Why can't these things populate an area and be like 50 million? I haven't crushed the tornado yet. That's a plus. $82! Maybe I will go insane today. different place in my house now. Of course, as soon as I decide to do something, literally everything else happens. Wait, there's gotta be some way. I think there's some way. Something to quote-unquote react to. Hood. Okay, Mandela catalog. It's been a while since I've seen that. Hearing anything with Logan Paul thing. You're like nothing. SMG4's live? Wait, no, that's old. My thing. Here that's like somewhat interesting. And then what's the style here? Why are people wearing giant hats? You know what? That seems interesting. Okay, I need to figure out how to do something I've never done before. I guess first up. Oh, actually, wait. No, that defeats the entire purpose. Wait, hold on. Okay. What did I do? I'm gonna do this. Alright, cool, now that's well, this is the only way I know how to do this. Cool. Okay. Wait, no, actually that's not gonna work. Wait, that's not gonna work. Wait a minute. This isn't gonna work. If I can click back here, it's just gonna not work. Right? It's not gonna work. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Oh dear. Okay, clearly that didn't work. Can I, like, capture a window? A window. Window capture. This one. Okay. Hell yeah. Alright. Now, do that. Do this.
Spring is in the air, everyone.
Why are you playing? Stop playing. Alright, now it should be... There we go. Just make that smaller. Alright. Now comes the part where I watch it somehow. I don't know how to do this. What am I doing? I'm gonna turn down Sonic real quick. So that's repeating the same music. I could probably just turn off the music real quick. I'll leave it on actually while I troubleshoot here. What do I do? What do I do? Action picture. Oh. What is that? Okay, yep, no, that completely destroys everything.
Spring is in the air, everyone, which means
okay, there is something I can do to multitask here. I need to. Screen's gonna look a bit weird for a second. But manually this. Alright. There's gonna be part of this that's just cut off. Sorry, it's not that important. It's just. Actually, let's cut off the other half because might as well show that we're doing the shadow event. Oh wait, actually, I'm just gonna make this smaller anyway. Dear lord, okay. Well. I can do that. Make it even. There we go. That's the most scuffed thing I think I've ever done. Wait, but that just destroyed. Oh my god. No, okay. I think I can work. I can move this. It won't move for you guys. I'm just like moving the game to a corner.
Means that it's sports season.
Open up again.
And with sports season comes some absolutely insane style trends. What am I gonna be wearing to the big game today? Do I paint my head to be a lops?
Okay. Let's see if that's. Hell yeah! Okay, that works. A bit scuffed, but it works. Can I update things? No. How do I change the title of the stream? Going poorly. A quick Google thing. Let me just turn that off real quick.
Sided basketball or
Matt, shut up for a second.
But before getting started this video,
you know
make sure to subscribe.
Yeah. That's Twitch though. That's Twitch though. I'm streaming on YouTube. Not Twitch. Well, that's showing me Twitch! This isn't showing me YouTube! This is Twitch! This has to do with Twitch streams, and This is so scuffed. Holy crap. I apologize. I apologize. I just do it in YouTube Studio? Is it actually that? It's actually that simple. I'm just being an idiot. It is actually just that simple. Am I really just that stupid? Come on. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up. Things are loading. Studio. Just dumb. Content. 5. Yep, I'm just that much of an idiot. No, what the hell? Cool. Alright. It was just that simple, and then I'm just really stupid. Okay, now let's just go back to this. That. Okay, pull this back up. Bring that.
Which means
Alright,
that
cool.
it's sports season.
Sports go sports!
And with sports season comes some absolutely insane style trends. What am I going to be wearing to the big game
barely see the
today?
screen,
Do I
so-
paint my head to be a lopsided basketball, or do I just bust out the traditional giant foam finger? Should I be putting on my poofy tartan knickerbockers, or carving my sofa cushion into a
What?
giant wedge of cheese to wear upon my head? If I have any hopes of being king of the Jumbotron, I'm going to need something that's going to be a physical representation of my extreme need for validation in this world. So many choices, so many choices. You know what? Let me just put on my thinking cap. Maybe I'll figure something out.
Style theory.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Style Theory, where today's episode is dedicated to everyone who predicted the ST of this new channel would actually stand for Sports Theory.
Go! Go, my favorite sports team, go! Yeah, they scored a goal unit! Basket!
Take it up with the copyright team over at the NFL. Real talk, Sports Theory would have actually been our third channel, had it not been for those guys basically telling us, try it, and we'll come at you so hard, kind of put a damper on that idea. Now, this might come as a surprise to you, but I'm not what most people would consider a sports guy. Don't get me wrong, I played my fair share of soccer and baseball, but at the end of the day, I was the kid who took bowling lessons in elementary school, because that's what you do when you're a scrawny Polish boy from Ohio. As an added bonus, you get to walk away with a free monogrammed bowling ball, which, much to my surprise, does not help you with the ladies. Why am I telling you all my sports ball history? Well, because sports and style are intrinsically linked. Whether it's played on a field, a mat, or grown-up jungle gym, there's an entire universe to talk about when it comes to sports fashion. There are uniforms, there are colors, there are bathing suits that mimic the physics of shark skin. And that's just talking about the players. When it comes to sports fandoms,
really?
there are no limits to what people will do to support their home team. Like Saints fans down in New Orleans wearing black and gold paper bag outfits out of embarrassment during a particularly bad season in the 80s. Or Green Bay Packer fans who cut the cushions out of their sofas to create hats that look like wedges of cheese. I suppose you could say that those outfits are good enough.
Humans are weird.
But all of the sports apparel of the past is paling in comparison to the latest trend that's taken the athletic world by storm, the noggin cap. Basically, if you just took a typical baseball cap and gave it a mega mushroom. So to all you sports theory stands out there, consider this episode a tip of the cap to you. A very big tip of a very big cap. And for all you regular fashionistas out there who are saying, why should I care about a baseball hat the size of an oven? Just you wait, my friend. Because understanding the noggin cap will help you understand almost every crazy piece of clothing that comes across your TikTok feed, whether or not it's ever met a sports ball. Let's just start off with the obvious question. What is this thing? Well, Noggin Boss is a company that was founded in 2020 by these two sporty dudes, Sean and Gabe. They decided to make a big brain move by taking your everyday flat-brimmed baseball cap and enlarging it to match your big brain proportions. The basic idea here is that, hey, oversized foam fingers have been a thing in sports for decades. Let's supersize something else. I guess the long-term goal here is that someday we're just going to be biggie-sizing all of our limbs to support our favorite sports teams. As the story goes, Noggin Boss founder Gabe and his daughter made a prototype giant hat like this as part of a best-dressed golfer competition. Not only did they win, but the positive response they got out of this thing led them to turning it into a brand and starting their business. Because let's be honest with ourselves, who wouldn't want someone sitting in front of them at a sporting event wearing headwear the size of Connecticut? Their early success brought them over to Shark Tank, the show where businesses pitch their ideas to big-time sharks in hopes of getting more funding. And in the case of the Noggin Boss, it worked. Within minutes, they had received a deal to help them put large hats on hundreds of thousands of heads, both fan and pro athlete alike. Since then, this hat has been everywhere. NFL players Josh Allen and Brian Robinson wore him to celebrate a win. ESPN reporters donned him on their recaps. Even Fast and Furious star Ludacris wasn't immune to the giant hat. All of this celebrity endorsement, along with the undeniably eye-catching nature of the hat itself, has led to a universe of articles promoting the brand as the next big thing in sports. But I guess the bigger question about all this fanfare is, why? Why are people wearing these elaborate and expensive get-ups in the first place? I mean, these things are running you $125 when customized. It is not cheap for just a gimmicky article of clothing. The obvious answer here is that it's to support their favorite team, but support can only explain so much. You can support something by showing up to a game in a t-shirt, and many fans already do that. So what is it that's driving people to go so far above and beyond? Let's just see what's under the hood. Under the hat, shall we? The first, most obvious benefit of the hat is, of course, sports getting noticed. Whether it's by other fans, the players, the old Jumbotron so you can appear on the all-important kiss cam, pulling attention is a big factor here. Here on the interwebs, we can also relate this back to social media culture with the feeling of senpai noticed me, or OMG, my favorite creator followed me back or liked my comment. There's a feeling of connectedness if you manage to get noticed. In sports, an acknowledgement on the Jumbotron literally means that in a stadium full of tens of thousands of screaming people, you, yes you, have been singled out as a particularly passionate fan. In baseball, standing out in the crowd can mean the difference between a player tossing you a spare ball versus just tossing it over to the snot-nosed kid next to you wearing the regular old baseball cap. Screw him, you're the one that's wearing headgear the size of a studio apartment. That ball is yours. And sports has a long history of living the mantra bigger is better. Ralph Bruno, the creator of the original Cheesehead, was unsure about his decision to wear couch sofa foam on his head until women started coming up to him asking for pictures. He and his friends liked that attention, and now Cheeseheads are a Wisconsin staple. Steve Schmeller, the creator of the first documented oversized #1 finger hand, said this, quote, "I remember we used to hold our arm erect with a finger signifying #1. I thought if I could make that much bigger, it would get more attention." Falling right in line with these historical successes, Noggin Boss has this to say about their customers, quote again, "Noggin Bosses are social media magnets. Players and fans flock for selfies, and you'll get even more hype when you catch yourself and your brand on the Jumbotron." Now, I'm a guy working on the internet. I'm not poo-pooing anyone who's looking to get attention, but there is another side to this story. Items like the Noggin Boss definitely help you stand out, and in an ironic twist, they also make you feel less alone. Let's go a little deeper into the psychology of an item like this, because there's a lot of mind games to unpack with this enormous hat. There's been plenty of documented research around the reasons we feel compelled to do certain things at sports games that we wouldn't be likely to do anywhere else. Chant like a maniac with tens of thousands of other people, paint our whole face purple, yell at the ref for a bad call that he made 6 feet away and that you made from 600 feet away. All of these are uncharacteristic actions that come down to a very specific environment that you're in, namely an arena full of people. Events like big sports games cause the unique social psychological phenomenon known as disinhibition and de-individuation, where a person breaks their normal code of behavior to become part of the group. You ever been to a concert where you belt out a song with like 5,000 other people and it feels great? Have you ever joined into the wave at a football game and felt really happy, like you were part of something cool in the moment? Well, what you're experiencing there is a release of endorphins due to your de-individuation. You are no longer acting alone, making decisions alone, having to work up the nerve to do anything by yourself. You're now part of a collective making choices together. This feeling like you're part of a hive mind leads to disinhibition, the lowering of your guard when it comes to behavior that you wouldn't normally engage in. Most of it's simple. Feel more comfortable wearing your team's colors with pride, wiggling your foam finger or head banging with your cheese hat. But amplify those feelings and you start to see how Green Bay Packer fans decide to wear bikinis in the snow, why rolling up to a Raiders game in full Mad Max core seems like a no-brainer, or even why rioting after your team loses is somehow acceptable. These fans are likely people with a normal job, family, life outside of the games, but suddenly they feel compelled to go big or go home for their favorite team, their favorite band, their favorite creator. Noggin caps are a perfect example of a disinhibited article of clothing, one that we probably wouldn't wear just anywhere, but that we feel empowered to slap on our heads as soon as it can make us feel like part of an in-group who like the same team we do. That said, the psychology of this hat actually goes another layer deeper. Yes, the individual wearing the Noggin Boss benefits from the feelings of de-individuation, but this phenomenon is actually so effective that it's not just them who feels it, the fans around them rooting for both teams can feel the difference. To show you what I mean, let's look at 3 famous college football fans, Sean Caudle, Will Dam, and Brian Pinks. These 3 Nebraska Cornhusker fans achieved national fame when they began wearing these wildly dapper outfits to football games. While they acknowledge that the outfits get attention, they also notice that their designs are appreciated not just by Husker fans, but by fans on the opposing team as well who'd otherwise be hostile. Sean Caudle was surprised by this reaction, saying, quote, "Both Husker fans and the opposing teams, they all love it. We're all sports fans, and I think they really appreciate the effort and they get the picture and it's kind of fun." This idea that when you wear something crazy to a sports game, it doesn't just affect you, but also the people around you is part of a phenomenon called the white coat effect, where people actually embody the expectations of what they're wearing. The crux of the idea is the same as saying you look good, you feel good, where if you dress a certain way, whether it's fancy or professional or crazy, the way you dress actually changes the way the world sees you and how you yourself behave. In one study, researchers took a group of participants and dressed half of them in street clothes and the other half in doctors' lab coats. They then asked participants to perform a number of tasks while regular onlookers off the street rated them on their friendliness, authority, trustworthiness, and attractiveness. Get this, people rated those wearing doctors' lab coats as more authoritative and more attractive than their counterparts only wearing regular street clothes. And while no, you're not exactly successfully impersonating a respected profession when you put on your noggin boss hat, you are likely presenting yourself in a way that gives off perceived confidence. And in return, you receive positive reactions from onlookers that'll make you feel and start to act more outgoing and passionate. It's a virtuous cycle. But we're still not done here. Even after talking about the psychology of sporting events, the mental empowerment of dressing to support your team, the ability to stand out in a crowd, I still hear some skepticism about these noggin boss hats. I hear you saying that actually these hats are all meant to be a joke. Old Matt Pat, there he goes again, taking everything too seriously. Why can't he just let people wear an ironically enormous hat and move on? But you see,
weird.
the interesting word there. Ironically. There are a lot of interesting, crazy, outlandish pieces of clothing out there that get swept into this category of ironic. Stuff like, oh, they're not wearing that seriously, they're just wearing it as a joke. But let's just look at what it actually means to wear something ironically, or just for the lulz. Because at the end of the day, that's where these hats may have started, but it's not where they're winding up. Turns out there's a very clear reason we go from wearing fun novelty items for the lulz to wearing something because we actually want to. No irony involved. We can actually see it happen over and over again in the wide world of fashion, and it's already starting to happen with the Noggin Boss. Rosemary Blake's a photographer who knows all about ironic clothes and who shot for OGBFF, the makers of the TikTok viral mini skirt. She says, quote, "There's an appeal in wearing something that'll make others laugh or feel slightly uneasy. It's an art form that allows you to be something you're not. Mismatching prints and bold graphic tees are just another way to boost your confidence. And if it's not there, use the pieces to fake it till you make it." What she's saying here is that it takes a lot of confidence to wear something super silly, comically oversized, or provocative in a way that makes people feel uncomfortable. But at the same time, just the act of wearing those things actually gives the wearer the confidence they need to pull it off. Wearing these ironic pieces of clothing tends to lead to positive reinforcement in the form of attention, reaction, strong emotional responses in other people. Think about all the unusual items that you might have seen online recently. The big red anime boot, the upside down dress, the whatever these things are. They get a ton of engagement online. Love them, hate them, either way, you have an opinion. And once you see them, you remember them. The makers and brave fashionistas that are wearing these crazy items on the other side of your screen are getting the positive reinforcement of dopamine from likes, comments, and yes, getting asked for selfies. Over time, we stop associating some of these items with feeling edgy, and we just start associating them with feeling happy. Before you know it, more people want to participate in what was considered boundary pushing and weird. But if thousands of people on TikTok are doing it, that's not boundary pushing anymore. That's when a piece of clothing stops being ironic and starts being a trend, honey. Probably the best example of this irony to mainstream transition is the classic story of Uggs, the sheepskin boots often worn by surfers during the 1960s in Australia. Since the 1970s, these things have gone from popular to hated, to popular to hated, to ironic, and lately with 2021's ugly shoe craze back to popular, right alongside Gucci rubber platform shoes and chunky soled dad sandals, which all were deemed cool, trendy shoes by Glamour magazine. Other past examples include trucker hats, which exploded in popularity in the early 2000s with the Von Dutch craze and Ashton Kutcher on Punk'd before ultimately disappearing. Now they're making their comeback on the heads of celebrities like Dua Lipa and Rihanna, who may have started wearing them to be ironically uncool, but immediately sparked them into coolness again when fans and followers wanted to be in on the joke. So does this mean that we'll be seeing Noggin Boss jump from the sports world onto the runways of New York Fashion Week? Probably not, though I will say it probably wouldn't be the weirdest thing to strut the catwalk in recent seasons. Either way, one final tip of the cap to Sean and Gabe for having the confidence to put their money where their noggin is. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go buy some oversized clown shoes before those things pop off. But hey, that's just a theory. A style theory. Keep looking sharp. And if the weird history of fashion is what you're after, click the video on the left to watch us crack open the conspiracy behind the size of women's pockets. Or you can click the box on the right to learn why school uniforms deserve a failing grade.
That's not one of the boxes, Matt. Actually, I don't know how school uniforms would be interesting. Let's see. Yeah? Well, I find something. Hey, look, my dream. I don't play much Animal Crossing, but you know what? We're playing a Sonic game. Might as well just watch.
Let's be honest, Sonic the Hedgehog wasn't originally designed with in-depth story. Let's be honest, Sonic the Hedgehog was.
Stop playing.
Let's be be honest, Sonic the Hedgehog wasn't originally designed with in-depth storytelling in mind. Mainly you're just running, jumping, and... But over the years, as Sonic entered the 3D space, it had to change. Our favorite blue blur needed a story, and the results have been mixed, to say the least. Some kept it light, others went deep. Enter Sonic Frontiers, the new open-world adventure that went all in with a heapin' scoop of lore. They even hired the former chief writer for the Archie comics to help make it good. And what we got was confusing at best and potentially canon-breaking at worst.
I'm finding multiple connections between the Ancients and the Chaos Emeralds. It's almost like they share the same origin.
So today, we're gonna set the record straight. Does Sonic Frontiers shatter the Sonic canon, or is this game going far deeper than we realize?
I don't know.
Hello, Internet! Welcome to Game Theory, the show that's this close to collecting the 4 Chaos channels. Once I have them all, I'm gonna be able to ascend to Super MatPat form. Some tells me that I'm gonna be looking good as a spiky-haired blonde. In the meantime, though, let's instead talk about that spiky, quilled blue blur, Sonic. Last November saw the release of Sonic's newest game, Sonic Frontiers. And let's not kid ourselves, this game had a difficult hill to climb. 3D Sonics don't exactly have themselves the best reputation. It also didn't help that when the initial gameplay teaser dropped, the whole thing looked empty and lifeless. So much so that Sega had to come out and tell gamers that you just don't get it, man. But then the game came out and it was still largely empty and lifeless. Basically, Sonic Team saw Breath of the Wild and went, let's do that, but with grind rails. Hey, we said this game was open world. We didn't say that there was stuff to do in it. All joking aside, though, I think the game's pretty solid. Sure, it's random in places, it feels unpolished in chunks of it, and that pinball game is unforgivable. But it is the most solid 3D Sonic has been in a long time. That said, one area where this new game wasn't lacking was the lore. Now, 3D Sonic's tried to write stories in the past. Sometimes it works.
Okay then, let's get ready to do this. Show that creep the real superpower of teamwork.
And sometimes it's uber cringe.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form born to protect and serve the Dark Lord, Black Doom.
Go figure. Writers have a hard time finding the right tone when they're making a story that stars talking hedgehogs. So Sonic Frontiers took a different approach. They hired the former chief writer for the Sonic Archie comics, Ian Flynn, to pen their story. And honestly, it shows in the dialogue. These characters feel really fleshed out.
You speak of him with respect as often as you curse him. I do not understand.
Oh, I hate that hedgehog. That doesn't change the fact that he is a formidable adversary. I respect him, don't have to like him.
Knuckles and Sonic feel like rivals again. Tails gets himself a character arc. Even Amy has lines where she's more than just an obsessive fangirl.
A love that transcended time. I believe in that power. When this is over, I want to share that love with the world, even though it may take us far apart.
So it seems like this whole thing should be a slam dunk, right? Well, not quite. You see, this game goes well out of its way to prove that all the Sonic games are connected. We have moments that reference Sonic Forces.
It's like how I couldn't handle it after Infinite attacked.
Lines that talk about Sonic Adventure 2.
But together you stopped the Ark, overcame Neo Metal.
Even references to more obscure titles like Sonic Riders.
Kinda reminds me of where we found Babylon Garden. Yeah, I wonder what Jet's up to.
Which means that for the first time, we actually have to take all of Sonic's lore seriously. And that's a pretty dangerous prospect because Sonic lore has gone to some strange places.
Eggman, I am going to save this planet, and I am going to free these aliens. No copyright law in the universe is going to stop me!
Making matters worse, even if you do know your Sonic lore, things presented in Frontiers seem to contradict major plot details from other games. So, does Sonic Frontiers actually make sense, or does it break the canon like many have suggested online? For once, let's slow down, let's take a deep breath, and explore the world of chaos energy, mutant aliens, and Sonic history. Let's start at the very beginning. At the start of Frontiers, Sonic and his friends get sucked into a cyberspace portal, basically a digital world built from memories of Sonic's past adventures. This first one recreates Green Hill Zone, but throughout the game, Sonic is forced to revisit places like Chemical Plant and Sky Sanctuary. And while Sonic manages to escape this first portal, his friends aren't so lucky.
You have done the impossible. You have escaped cyberspace through your own power.
You have escaped cyberspace.
You are the key. Find the Chaos Emeralds Destroy the Titans.
4 times.
Tear down the walls
Four
between
times.
dimensions.
Ah, yes, a multiverse story.
I
These
like
are
Sonic.
always super clear. They never go wrong in any way. Making matters worse, huge parts of the lore are hidden behind Eggman memos. Memos that you can only get when you, fish with Big the
What's
Cat.
wrong with fishing with Big?
You come here to fish
Huh?
too? I was looking for
What's wrong with
fishing
this, Matt?
spots and wound up here. So now I'm fishing.
Why?
most
Why
relaxing
would
part
you
of the
make
game.
slow fishing a thing in a fast Sonic game? Am I crazy? Why do all games feel the need to shoehorn in fishing, but especially a Sonic game? I'm sorry, that's my rant at, what time is it? 12:25 in the middle of the night. And this is my rant, okay? This is it? Whew, excuse me, I did not realize that I had such deep feelings about fishing in video games. Anyway, back to the
will
theory.
say
And
it is
even when
pretty
you
slow,
do get
but
those memos, they
also
don't
calm.
actually explain everything, especially if you aren't familiar with the deep wells of Sonic lore. It's kind of ironic when you consider what Eggman says in one of the memos.
I enjoy a good mystery, but not when the answers are more mysteries. Ah.
Anyway, as Sonic traverses cyberspace to free his friends, he becomes more and more corrupted by the cyber energy. Because of that, he starts to see weird visions of the past. It's through these visions that we start to learn about the Ancients, a race of aliens whose home planet was destroyed by the evil entity called the End. As the story goes, as their planet was being destroyed, these Ancients were drawn to Earth by the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Now, older Sonic fans will take one look at the Ancient race and immediately connect the dots to an old foe that we faced back in 1998. You see, these ancient aliens look exactly like the main villain Chaos from the game Sonic Adventure. And that connection isn't lost on this game either.
I had Sage run a diagnostic on the recorded genetic data of the Ancients, and then against archives I have with me. They are relatives of Chaos, the god of destruction.
It should be called out that this wasn't an
forgot.
accident.
I
This was a
haven't heard
conscious
those levels
decision
so
that was
long.
made by the writer Ian Flynn.
The connection with the Chow was something that I pitched to make things feel cohesive. I didn't want there to be yet another random alien race. I wanted to have more interconnectivity in the Sonic lore.
However, this
You made it
connection
Chaos.
is where the internet's run into its biggest problem with regards to the wider Sonic lore.
Is it?
You see, Chaos wasn't an alien in Sonic Adventure. At least, not
He
really.
wasn't?
The Sonic Adventure navigation guide tells us that Chaos isn't an
maybe I should
alien, but
watch
rather a mutant, thanks to
maybe I
being
should
exposed to a special kind of
watch a
radiation.
Let's
He
Play
was
of Sonic
originally
Adventure.
one of these adorable guys, a Chow. So apparently, one of these cute fairy things mutated to become a water monster, but that then doesn't make any sense for what we see in Sonic Frontiers. The Ancients, as we see them in that game, were always water monsters. I mean, they have children that look like water monsters and everything. So if Chaos and the Ancients are indeed one and the same, is it possible for him to still have been a mutant Chow? This is the primary issue that I've seen debated online, and how this new game
Chaos is
seemingly
just
breaks the
special.
established lore. Honestly, the immediate response that I would have is just to say that the old lore got retconned, but we know for a fact that that isn't the case. Ian Flynn came out and confirmed that the original lore is still valid.
He's still a mutated Chow. The mutation is he looks like their ancestors. The mutation is a rollback to the previous. He's still a mutant Chow. That hasn't changed.
So, while that's certainly helpful for clarifying canonicity, it offers us no help in figuring out how these two things can both be canon. Fortunately, Eggman provides us with a bit more information. In that same memo where Eggman confirms the connection between Chaos and the Ancients, he also says this.
After countless years, their DNA corroded to the point they were completely transformed into a new species. Some kind of radiation affected them for eons, making them unrecognizable.
Now, doesn't that sound familiar? Radiation transforming bodies. It's just like what the Sonic Adventure navigation guide said happened to Chaos, just Uno reverse. Instead of cute little Chow
Chaos
transforming
dead or
into
something?
water monsters, the
Something I should
water
know.
monsters have been transformed into Chow. But what radiation would be able to do this? Well, that one's easy. Chaos was originally said to have mutated because of radiation from the Master Emerald, the giant green jewel that lives at the center of Angel Island. This thing is basically a Deus Ex Machina in the Sonic world. It keeps Angel Island floating, it's a prison for Chaos, it can stop the Chaos Emeralds, but it also powers them up. Whatever is needed to make the story happen, the Master Emerald can deliver. And you don't have to take my word for it either. Here's Knuckles from the obscure series Tales Tube uploaded onto the official Sonic YouTube channel.
The Master Emerald, a jewel of immeasurable power,
and the only
What
force in the
to do with
universe that
Tails?
can neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds.
Neutralize the other emeralds, huh? Interesting. You see, in the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 instruction manual, we're told the energy that the Master Emerald emits is identical to that of the Chaos Emeralds, just much, much stronger. This energy is known, unsurprisingly, as Chaos Energy or Chaos Radiation if you're
Ooh,
feeling
what a
spicy.
fight.
But it turns out the Master Emerald isn't the only one with mutation powers. Chaos Emeralds also emit enough Chaos Radiation to mutate creatures. In the Archie comics, the energy emitted by the Chaos Emeralds actually turns someone into a watery monster just like Chaos. Now, admittedly, the Archie comics aren't considered canon, however, Ian Flynn did used to be the creative writer for them, so it's not surprising that he might have wanted to borrow some ideas from the things that he himself had worked on in the past. The Ancients even
Fair
take
enough.
the Chaos Emeralds directly to the Master as a last-ditch effort to protect them. In other words, they literally put the Chaos Emeralds in a location where their energy would be amplified, exposing themselves to even more radiation. This one move, I suspect, sped up their mutation process and transformed the Ancients into the Chao that we know and love and buy all the merch for today. So that's how the Ancients became Chao, but what about how a Chao could mutate back to being an Ancient? In other words, how did Chaos go from alien water monster to Chao and then back to alien water monster? That's what has to have happened for everything to have been canonical, like Ian Flynn said.
Chaos
Well, we know the
special.
mutation back was thanks to the Master Emerald's radiation, but that's the same radiation that turned the Ancients to Chao in the first place. So what gives? Well, the Master Emerald's
is
never-ending
special.
power set seems to explain all. Listen to this quote from Knuckles
The
again.
Master Emerald, a jewel of immeasurable power, and the only force in the universe that can neutralize the energy of the Chaos Emeralds.
The Master Emerald doesn't just boost the Chaos Emerald's power, it can also neutralize it. We actually see this all over the series. In Sonic Battle, Sonic attempts to use this technique to stop the antagonist who's using the Chaos Emeralds for power. We also see Knuckles attempt the same thing in Sonic Adventure 2, when the space colony Ark is using the emeralds to force the space station to crash to Earth. But the first time we see this technique used is during the events of Sonic Adventure. We learn of the ancient clan of echidnas that know an ancient prayer used to neutralize the Chaos Emeralds.
The 7 emeralds are the servers. Chaos is power enriched by the heart. The controller serves to unify the chaos.
If the Ancients were originally mutated into Chao through their exposure to the emeralds, then when the Chaos energy was neutralized, the effects would presumably be reversed, allowing a Chao within the vicinity of the Master Emerald to lose its Chao-like form and return to its original state. This is why Chaos is so protective of the emeralds during Sonic Adventure's flashbacks. He wasn't just a guardian of the emeralds because they were too powerful, his race literally brought them to this planet. They were to be used as a force for good. Chaos just couldn't risk the power getting into the hands of someone who could abuse it, like the Echidnas, like Eggman, and like Sonic. So there you have it, the broken lore of Sonic Frontiers is officially unbroken. I would dare say that it makes perfect sense, provided you were a deep lore expert on the comings and goings of gemology in a fictional landscape by aliens. Regardless, I'm excited for this new phase of Sonic lore. Hopefully Ian Flynn gets invited back to write more of these games. He clearly cares a lot about this franchise and its lore, something I very much respect. Feels so much better when a franchise as big as this finally starts to have some cohesion in its narrative. And now that we know that the Chaos Emeralds have the power to mutate aliens, who knows what's up ahead for Sonic? Maybe all the over-reliance on Super Sonic to defeat Eggman over the years will start to have a negative effect on him physically. Maybe he'll start to mutate as well. Maybe not into Werehog, but you know. I mean, the game did give Tails a story arc about not relying on Sonic for everything. Could they be setting up the next one where Tails is the main character and has to save Sonic? Or, you know, maybe they'll just throw away all the fictional sci-fi stuff and just start using some real-world physics. Finally, we'll get someone to question if Sonic truly is the fastest thing alive. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. And if you want to learn more about Sonic's recent adventures, why not head over to Film Theory, where we figured out how many chili dogs he'd have to eat to survive given his running habits. That video is over there on the left. Meanwhile, over there on the right, we've got a video about who would win in the Olympics, Sonic or Mario. It is shockingly close. Also, did you know that architecture is an Olympic event? Yeah, there is a lot of wacky information in that video. That one is to the right. And as always,
Jesus. Alright. I stopped the video and everything's smooth now. Wow, alright. Nice. We're still gonna react to things, because I can't. Alright, what else? In that one already. In that one. Gonna be interesting stuff on film theory, right? I wanna see that extent. Blue is not a dog.
This is not a dog. You heard me right. Blue from Blue's Clues is not a dog. Sure, she looks like a dog, and she barks like a dog, but she is not a dog. Get this, Blue is in fact an advanced member of an alien species looking to learn from humans in an eventual bid to take over planet Earth. An alien species that is getting closer to achieving that goal season by season. And here's the craziest part. This is barely a theory. As you're about to see, practically all of this is explicitly spelled out in the show's canon. So sit down in your thinking chair and think about your impending servitude to an army of canine-themed overlords. That's Alien for sit and obey. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Film Theory, the show that's really found its niche talking about the dark lore of children's programming starring puppies. It is a very specific content category, but we are dialed into it. For those of you who have no idea what's going on, today we're talking about Blue's Clues, the iconic Nickelodeon kids show that ran for 10 years between 1996 and 2006 before getting revived in 2019. Every episode was an interactive audience adventure as the animated dog Blue and her human companion roamed around their storybook house in order to find 3 clues that would help them solve the episode's big mystery. Honestly, when you look at it, this thing was like the training ground for theorists of the future. Blue's Clues walked so film theory could run. Along the way, they'd sing songs, read the mail, and do stuff like this.
You need our handy dandy notebook, right?
It makes me wanna wag my tail.
You know, the good sort of formulaic that any kids show really thrives off of. The show was hosted by Steve for 4 seasons, who then went off to college and passed the baton over to his younger brother Joe. Now, in its current iteration, Blue's Clues and You, it's hosted by their cousin Josh, all wearing primary colors, all equally oblivious to the obvious answers that are lying right in front of their faces.
Does she need to put the bubbles between the towel and the soap? And make a bubble sandwich.
Sure, Steve. Sure, your dog Blue wants to eat a bubble sandwich. Try it. See how much dog vomit you're cleaning up out of that carpet. Anyway, Blue's Clues is probably, in my opinion, one of the best kids programs of all time. If you've never seen it, who taught you how to feel?
I guess I just wanted to say that after all these years, I never forgot you. Ever. And I'm super glad we're still friends.
Me too, Steve. I didn't forget you either. Who is cutting onions in here? Anyway, now that my family's exhausted the entire canon of Paw Patrol and is currently waiting patiently for the new movie to release later this year, we've moved on to revisiting some classic Blue's Clues in order to fill the void in our Friday night movie nights. And let me tell you, as I've gone back to this show as an adult, I'm picking up on a lot of small, strange details here and there. Things that seriously make me use my mind and take a step at a time. And I gotta tell you, it's time to do the thing that I want to do, which is expose Blue's Clues for the alien conspiracy that it is. You see, the colorful storybook world of Blue's Clues holds a secret in its later seasons and spin-off movies. A secret that recontextualizes the entirety of the show. For decades, we've been led to believe that Blue is a puppy. Nope, she is anything but. She is an emissary from the stars scouting out us Earthlings. And our reckoning is coming, friends. So skidoo on over because it's
A clue!
Oh, what did you say? You have the flu? Sorry to hear that. I've been sick too lately. You can probably hear it in my voice. It's been a really nasty winter so far.
No, a clue.
Oh, you see a clue. Thanks, Slippery. The first clue is the subscribe button. Let's put that in our handy dandy Wacom tablet. Right, so we draw one long line at the top, a long line at the bottom, connect the two with some rounded lines at the ends, and then we write the word subscribe in the middle. Wait, does yours not look like that? You better fix that, otherwise Mailbox is gonna cry. And you don't want to make Mailbox cry, do you? Let's begin in a simple place, shall we? Blue's age. The sheer fact that Blue is still alive in the new reboot series automatically throws her dogness into question, considering that she should 100% be dead at this point. You see, in the world of the show, there there is clearly a passage of time that's established. For the most obvious example of this, in season 4, Steve goes off to college. There, done. Time is not a frozen entity inside this universe. Season 5, episode 29 tells us the story of how Steve first met Blue. At the time, she was a young puppy and Steve looked to be about 8 years old, which tells us that they were together for at least 10 years before Joe entered the picture. Now, in season 2, episode 9, Blue's birthday, Blue's cake has 8 candles in it. And we're not talking dog years either. I think we've all heard the general rule of thumb that 1 year for a dog equals about 7 years of human life. So if your dog is 2 real years old, its dog age would be about like 14, right? Well, it turns out the math isn't exactly that simple. Dogs mature more quickly than we do early on in their life. Size and breed also play a factor, with smaller dogs tending to live longer than larger ones. So knowing that, what would Blue's age expectancy be? Well, based on her large floppy ears, she's likely one of the breeds from the hound family. We also know that Blue talks a lot in yowling barks and high-pitched whines. This also fits with the hound group, as dogs bred for hunting have a very similar distinctive sound and tend to be more talkative than other dogs because they had to communicate with their humans while on the chase. But the thing that actually clinches it is her weight. We know, based on Blue's visit to the vet in season 5, episode 30, that she weighs in at 20 pounds, which would put her as one of the smaller hounds. In other words, Blue most closely resembles a beagle, giving her a rough life expectancy of 15 years. At absolute best, the record for the oldest dog in history is 22 years, and I doubt that they were as sprightly as our puppy Blue here. So if Blue was 8 at the top of season 2, and now, 23 years later, we have this new reboot, there is no way that she would still be qualifying for puppy status, let alone living status, if she were actually a dog. What's that? Maybe time froze between the season breaks? I mean, you would think that, but no. Time continued to march forward for all of the characters. Case in point, Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper. In the season 1 finale of Blue's Clues, the big mystery solve is that these two seasonings are having themselves a baby named Paprika. It is really cute. By the 4th season, Paprika has become a toddler. 2 years have passed in 2 seasons. In season 4, the family has themselves another child, Cinnamon. By the series wrap, Cinnamon is still a baby that can barely talk. But hold on. In this new reboot series, Blue's Clues and You, everyone is older. Paprika is a teenager with a smartphone, and Cinnamon is probably around 10, wearing a cool sideways ball cap. The full 21-year gap between the original series finale and the reboot hasn't passed, but it has been at least a decade for the characters inside of this world, meaning that Blue is likely 21 years old or older. That is not a dog who is able to dance, party, and freeze on a single toe. And the lies and the deceit about Blue's age don't stop there. If you jump to the reboot and watch season 1, episode 11, Happy Birthday Blue, count the candles on the cake. Not only has she not aged, apparently she's aged backwards. Her cake only has 5 candles, 3 less than what she had when it was her birthday with Steve. The evidence here just doesn't add up. And before you think that maybe this is a new replacement dog, it's not. It is confirmed to be the same Blue from the old series by both Steve and Joe.
Steve! Joe! I don't know what Blue wants for their snack. Let us talk to her. Hey, Blue. Talk to me. Got it.
We talked it over, and there's really only one thing to do.
Play Blue's Clues.
So, if it's the same dog 20 plus years later, how can Blue still be alive and kicking? The only reasonable explanation is that Blue isn't a dog at all. But to prove that, we gotta find ourselves some more clues.
A clue! A clue!
Tattoo? Yeah, I got one on the small of my back. It's a cute little butterfly. Why do you ask?
No, Matt, a clue.
Oh, a clue. And it's on Blue's paw print. Isn't that meta? So why would Blue's paw print be a clue? Well, it's because her anatomy isn't like a dog. For starters, she's able to pick up books with an opposable thumb. You don't have to be a vet or have a master's in animal sciences to know that dogs do not have thumbs. And yet, on many occasions throughout the show and the promotional artwork, we see Blue holding things, rowing rafts, holding a piping bag or a guitar, all with a big ol' prominent thumb. A thumb that is somehow able to retract back into her hand. Sorry, let me rephrase this. Blue's whole paw is able to morph and change. Blue normally has herself 3 obvious toes as she hops around the house. This is consistent to her design across all iterations of the show. And yet, when she goes up to smash a paw print on the screen for a clue or during the intro sequence, she grows a 4th toe. And also, again, there's that humanoid monkey thumb that's hidden somewhere in there too. This is not normal dog anatomy. Why has this not raised anyone's alarms before? And the non-dog behavior doesn't stop there either. In season 6, episode 8, Soccer Practice, Blue and the gang play a game of soccer. After they're done, they all sit down to share some chocolate ice cream. Yep, you heard that one right, chocolate ice cream. I think most people know that giving a dog chocolate is basically like giving them poison, but ice cream is just as bad for the dog. It can lead to bloating and vomiting. But here at the end of the episode, both Blue and her friend Magenta are eating chocolate ice cream. Clearly, there are two imposters among us, and right now, Blue and Magenta be looking mad sus. Whatever she's doing, she is clearly not a dog. How then can I prove that she's from another planet? Well, just by watching the show. In Season 6, Episode 1, The Legend of the Blue Puppy, Joe and the gang are watching a blue moon. All of a sudden, Moona the Moon Fairy appears.
I came here all the way from the blue moon to tell Blue about her legend.
As the story goes, on the night of the very first blue moon, a whole litter of puppies just appeared out of nowhere. But one was different from all the others. She was blue.
Her color wasn't the only thing different about this puppy. This puppy liked to read and listen to music.
That is not a dog. That is an alien trying to look like a dog and failing miserably. It's also at this point that I should probably mention Blue's other origin story. In Season 5's holiday episode, we find out that Blue, again, is no normal dog. Instead, she appeared out of a storybook just because Steve wished her into reality.
Steve did not have his present yet, but he knew exactly
she's
what
just
he
a figment
wanted.
of his imagination.
I hope I get a puppy.
As well as the
Steve
other
gets this
two.
mysterious book
That
in the
makes
mail
sense.
from an unmarked package about a blue dog who doesn't do normal dog things.
While the other puppies ate their food from a bowl on the floor, Blue sat at the table and ate with a fork and a spoon.
We're told that Blue
300.
wants a friend who can teach her all the songs and stories and games. The book then ends with the most abrupt fourth wall break imaginable.
And then Blue looked up. She had an idea. Could her friend be you?
That night, Blue jumps out of the book using the magical power of skidooing, and the rest is history. Now, it would seem like the Blue Moon and book stories would contradict, but they don't. In fact, they just repeat each other. They're just the same story being told differently. Blue is a creature that came into being because of the Blue Moon and was immediately different from normal dogs. That much is very clear. And it would seem that one power that the Moon puppies possess is the power to skidoo, hopping into fictional worlds like books and paintings. This is a skill that seems specific to Moon puppies like Blue, who are then able to pass along those abilities to their caretakers who get exposed to her. Notice how shocked everyone is the first time that she skidoos into a world, but eventually they're all doing it.
Whoa. Did you see that? Blue just went right into the picture of that farm. That's so cool. I think Blue wants us to follow her. Whoa.
She's in the picture with all the shapes.
Yeah, Blue just skidoo. Blue skidoo, we can too.
I did remember it, hell yeah!
This is my first skidoo. You ready?
Blue skidoo, we can
too!
Anyway, Blue wound up inside of a book waiting for the right human caretaker who would then be able to teach her human ways. But skidooing isn't her only magic power. Returning back to Moon Fairies and the Legend of the Blue Puppy episode, we see that Blue has an even greater ability.
She was the smartest puppy in all the land. And the legend says that there is something else that made the blue puppy special.
Spoiler alert, it's not what you expect.
She was born with a little golden key. But she didn't know why
she was born with a key?
Or what the key might unlock.
Yep, a mysterious key. Late season Blue's Clues gets to some weird places, man. The TLDW of all this is that Blue is finally old enough to unlock her secret ability. The key, which has been hidden inside her alien dog stuffed animal the whole time, hint hint, opens Blue's magical playroom. Blue transforms into a giant puppet, and she can walk.
The greatest thing about your playroom is that here you can talk to your friends. I can talk to you? Blue can talk. Wow. That is your greatest gift.
No, thank you. I'll just go back to the barking, please. What's also interesting is that time moves differently inside of Blue's room. We can actually see from the clock in the background that each toy box segment here doesn't run as the same time outside of the toy box. The whole thing functions a lot like the hyperbolic time chamber from Dragon Ball Z, where decades of training can get done inside the room in mere minutes of real time. So, is this a similar sort of facility? Is Blue's room a place for Blue to hone her powers of human speech? Seems like the next clear evolution evolution for Blue's species. So if Blue were to harness her true alien powers within Blue's room, what would the fully evolved form of Blue's species look like? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to Rainbow Puppy, the newest addition to the roster added as a part of the reboot. Rather than just being one color, Rainbow Puppy is, as you might have guessed, a rainbow RGB gamer for life. More importantly though, she can speak fluent English and walks on 2 feet rather than 4 like Blue and Magenta. Not only does this make Rainbow Puppy less dog-like, she's clearly a more powerful version of Blue. In Season 3, Episode 11 of the reboot, Rainbow Puppy's Skidoo Adventure, we see that she can skidoo way more than Blue ever could. In most episodes, Blue only manages to skidoo like once, maybe twice, but in this episode, Rainbow Puppy skidoos into Chalk World, the post office, the farm, the ocean, the theater, Rainbow World, and finally Skidoo World. 7 times in a single episode. She is clearly far stronger than Blue or Magenta ever were. And on top of that, she doesn't have an owner. Blue and Magenta both have owners, but I'm guessing Rainbow Puppy doesn't because of her abilities. She doesn't need a caretaker like the others because she's a fully evolved version of whatever alien species these creatures are meant to be. Will the same happen to Blue? Will she soon have enough power of her own that she no longer requires an owner? Absolutely. You can actually see the start of it once Blue unlocks her room. Joe, her caretaker at the time, is completely sidelined. He doesn't know where Blue's disappeared off to. Heck, he doesn't even learn about Blue's room until we tell him.
There you are, Blue. So, did you find it? Did you find your greatest gift? So? What is it? Oh, that is so cool.
He's clearly left on the outs.
Well, you two are lucky to have each other. You and Blue. Blue and you. Great friends.
With Steve, it was always about his relationship with Blue, but once Blue unlocks her final ability, Joe serves no purpose. He's not needed anymore. It's all about you, the viewer, the one who's allowed inside of Blue's room. In fact, Blue is so not interested in Joe anymore that she doesn't even play Blue's Clues with him. Joe has to be the one to create the game himself.
You know, I hope you liked finding Joe's clues, because I sure liked leaving them. Maybe we'll play again sometime soon.
We would not. Joe is an afterthought. The humans have served their purpose. We even catch glimpses of Blue standing on 2 feet in the recently released movie. She's starting to evolve into a higher-powered being. She's starting to approach the levels of Rainbow Puppy. In this new Blue's Clues movie, we see Blue's powers to an extreme degree. She's able to skidoo a whole bus through a billboard to get to New York City. And while they're in New York, everyday items like a mailbox, mustard, and salt and pepper shakers come to life as Blue walks past. Blue has the ability to create living beings. So we've established that Blue is clearly not a dog from Earth, but what's the goal here? Well, after sitting down in my thinking chair to think, I realized Blue's true purpose. She's training up to become the next Rainbow Dog. And so what's Rainbow Dog's deal? Domination. In Rainbow Puppy's Skidoo Adventure, we see Skidoo World for the first time ever. The world that Josh and Blue travel between when they skidoo. In this world, I noticed a few interesting things. One, it's rainbow colored, showing Rainbow's control over this metaspace. But secondly, we see lots of pictures throughout Skidoo World. And these aren't random photos either. They all represent different Skidoo locations throughout the series. The planet picture represents Season 2, Episode 4, What Experiment does Blue want to try, where they skidoo into space. A jungle is Season 2, Episode 4 of the reboot, Blue's Big Baking Show, where they skidoo into a jungle. And the gingerbread house is from Season 2, Episode 6 of the reboot, Blue's Night Before Christmas, where they skidoo to the North Pole. These aren't just random places. This world holds all the places that Josh and Blue have been traveling to, and it holds the magic that makes everything come alive. This isn't just a portal, it's a hub world. When any of the puppies skidoo, the power to go there again is stored here in this skidoo world. They're capturing different locations across the world, allowing them to have simultaneous control over everything. Blue and Rainbow Puppy may seem friendly, but believe me when I say anyone that claims to be a dog but can walk, eat chocolate, and have opposable thumbs is someone that cannot be trusted. Get as far away as you can from Blue and her friends because she could be skidooing to a place near you, and never ever go into Blue's room alone. They're all just using you. Instead, you should probably just say, so long, there's no time for one more song. If you manage to do that, my friends, I gotta thank you for doing your part. You guys sure are smart. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. And if you want to watch the dark secrets of Dora the Explorer, check out the...
Alright. Okay then. that was interesting. I can turn full screen back on. Not lock that, close that, and fix this. That was something. Good. Yeah. Alright. Cool. Me turn this up. Right. Okay. We got just one Badnik left, and then we can unlock Shadow. I just got... There he is. There's my target. You're gonna die! That Badnik dropped the key for the lock. Are we missing anything else before it? Anything else for us to break Shadow out? Nope. We can... Rouge, go away. We can unlock Shadow. We can finally unlock Shadow. I'm afraid I want my damage to be dealing with. If you don't deal damage, that's fine. Shadow! Shadow, we're coming to unlock you finally. Shadow, get back here. Finally. Finally. Android Shadow and Hologram Metal Sonic. This is it. We can finally release Shadow the Hedgehog. He's finally here. Stupid mother truckers finally here. How long is Sonic? What? How long has Sonic been? A year? Alright, almost a year. Almost a year. That long. Got characters. Jet, Amy, 9, all of them. And we finally... We have freaking Android Shadow, too! Oh! Felt like I would have been stuck in there forever. But then you showed up. We must figure out how we can defeat Eggman. Oh my god! Where is he? Where is he? He should be exotic. Oh my god! Finally! Finally! He's finally here! Let's go! Shadow the Hedgehog! Finally here! Holy crap! Let's freaking go! I need like a trampoline. I need to see everything. Okay. Go fast. Yep, that's totally fast. Look at him! It's like a fever dream. Dude's finally here. Oh my god. Let's go! We got him! We finally got him! Oh my god. Let's freaking go. Fantastic. Alright. Neat. Awesome. I'm glad his idle animation is different from Android Shadow. Just looking around. This is the best day ever. Oh my god. Alright. Where's, okay. Emerald Hill. Finally! How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. We finally unlocked Shadow. Oh my god, it only took three game theory videos. Or two game theory. One. Yeah. Okay. Let's try to like 12 of them. Go back to Green Hill. Green Hill's cheap. Probably 12 or not as much. Actually, let me six, yeah. 6 things. There gonna be an update this weekend? No, I'm not sure. Might be another Sonic Speed Simulator stream soon. Fix my title. No. Title's fixed. For somebody else's Shadow. We are the ultimate life form. Oh my god. What's the cheapest one? 1,000, 9,000. They're just so high. They're so high. I gotta buy 12 of these. Open! Just delete them. What's the point? What is the point? A blue chow. A yellow chow. Black chow. A yellow chow. Well, let me get rid of all of them. I leveled up because of this. I have dark chows now. Dude, this feels surreal to see. Holy crap. Yellow. Did it! I got the quest. Finally. Finally! After I don't know how long. I still wish there was a mass delete button. You don't need shouts. I apologize if that's a bit rude, but true. I gotta go all the way back to Green Hill! Ugh. Is he a Grand Fight gun? Oh wait, no, it's over there. It's over there. Can we finally do the thing? Can we finally get the keys to New York City? I don't think so. Finally be prepared for New York. You! Give me my stuff. Oh my god. You're kidding, right, Knuckles? Knuckles. You're asking too much, man. I have 21 million. Alright, what is the cheapest 1 weekend upgrade? We need to basically max out a Chow. I'm gonna unlock New Yoke, or get the keys to New Yoke for stream. I can just like. Come on. There we go. Good stay level 21. Completed the adventures! And completed time travel. Any more adventures? I might also do the adventures off screen as well. It's a lot. I'll do that later. I know I have a goal in mind. That goal is unlocking New Yoke. Oh, the 7-star deciduary rates out. No. They're gonna be out. I'm not excited to fight that. 7-star rates out. Cool. Alright. This is not where I want to go. Thus, strong friends are the best weapon against it. Good work, let's see what these friends can do. You're close to your full potential. Reach level 200 and get ready for an epic showdown. Do that. The easiest challenge you've given me yet. In fact, I was already at level 200 a while ago. Shadow that I'm never getting over this. Never getting over this. Need a way to get faster to eat. Holy crap. Skill points. How many skill points? Not enough for me to want to buy it. Oh. Man. You know what, maybe I won't before ending stream. Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just skedaddle. Like another quest after this. No, I think that's where we're gonna end it off. Did pretty well. Got Eggman. Nope. we did not get Eggman. We in fact did not even see Eggman this time. Okay. well, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed stream. Next time will probably be another Sonic Speed Simulator if there's an update for that this weekend. If not, I have no idea what's next. Yeah, I have no proper way of ending it. So, bye. See ya. Sayonara.